Because जैसे testosterone है, testosterone was actually given to kids. Because जैसे testosterone है, testosterone was actually given to kids. Because जैसे testosterone है, testosterone was actually given to kids.
Very good evening, YouTube. This is the evening video that I'm sharing on Saturday. Saturdays are generally a bit busier than the other days because it's the weekend. But anyway, I found this interesting set of suggestions from YouTube that were coming on me, and those are not exactly the video that I'm right now showing on the screen, but some of the troll videos based on this video. So those were really funny videos, you know. I mean, most of us has probably gone through those, pretty old videos. But then I thought, let's just go and check the actual video out, and I did. And what I found in the video is not just one, but a couple of things which are pretty shocking, and whatever this gentleman was saying. So, first of all, before I say anything, see, I hold no grudge or anything against this gentleman. He has a huge subscriber base. He's got he does a huge number of things. I mean, those are either not legit or doesn't have any base. That's a different point of discussion, but I have nothing to say about that. What I have to say is that the type of information that he's sharing on these videos are pretty weird, and not just weird, those are either shared if you are you're delusional, or you're suffering from some real psychological or actual medical condition, and you're talking whatever comes to your mind, or deliberately. Either way, it might just do some harm to people, and that's why I recorded a few pieces and things, and wanted to talk about those. Although I don't have much of an info into the details of this, but in my profession, see, I'm a software engineer. I am a developer. I do coding and stuff here in Bangalore. But the thing is, the type of products that I work on, the type of products that I develop or my company develops, those are used for clinical trials, which essentially means recording and putting in all the data that when a drug goes through the clinical trial and different stages of it. Let's say it takes about 10 to 20 years, depending on how severe the drug is, what sort of tests it goes through, and all the whatnot. So that gives me an insight into how drug trials or drug safety works. And although a huge amount of knowledge on that is not necessary, this is pretty common knowledge. Okay, so in this video, this gentleman says that he has an experience, and he is witnessed, or he knows that international movie stars and bodybuilders are using Viagra as a pre-workout supplement. Now, it might sound weird, and the very reason for that is that it is weird. See, here's the weird part of it, and here's the wrong part of it. So in this video, he's saying Viagra, and he's calling it with a name called vitamin B.
The role of vitamin V. Vitamin V is called the Viagra. The role of vitamin V. Vitamin V is called the Viagra. The role of vitamin V. Vitamin V is called the Viagra.
I have no idea why the hell he's doing that, but he kind of invented or coined a name in a funny way, but he invented it. He's saying it's vitamin B. If not everything fails, this thing works. So, first of all, the history of Viagra, and you can actually go Google it and see. There's nothing much going on. Viagra was originally created, or the trial started by two doctors making one compound and testing it on people, targeting high blood pressure and angina as the two heart or coronary artery diseases to treat those diseases. And the first, in clinical trials have different phases. So in the first phase itself, a sidekick was observed, and the sidekick was pretty much useful, that it was giving erections to male subjects. So the drug was a tiny bit modified and then directed towards that, and it still did the highest sold drug in the whole world. So we have to understand what the actual purpose of the drug was. Now, if a drug was created primarily to treat blood pressure, that means its job is somehow to reduce your blood pressure or do a few other things so that your arterial blockages are released and stuff. For that, it might work as a vasodilator. It might, and probably it was working, and that's why there was the erection. But that doesn't mean that's the only thing it does. So that's the main problem with this video, that if you are recommending, or if you're not recommending, okay, he never recommended actually, he was sharing the info, but as I told before, anybody who's having this huge subscriber base, most of us, you know, the majority of us are gonna not do any research and listen to this guy and say, okay, so he's saying this is something he has done, he's saying don't do it, but hey, hell with that, I'm gonna do that. So let's not do that, because this drug has side effects, and if so nobody needs it, I mean, why even do that, right? So that's one thing. Point number two is, then I did a bit more research, and I tried to understand, is that is it like he has only one video of this, someone else has done some videos? So I did a bit of a YouTube search, and what I found is that not many people have done, mostly he has done, but he has done some more videos which involve sexual wellness. Now, if you can see as I'm scrolling down slowly, that's what he has done. So that could be because of his some sort of personal inclination towards sexual wellness or something, or he wants to spread the awareness, or he's kind of addicted towards that side, or he wants to have more views because anything related to sex and stuff sell more, and YouTube views get more, whatever they're held. So he seems to have an expertise on this. Other than something else, also I found that he's got a huge amount of expertise on injectable steroids, which is interesting. And as per his other videos, that without steroid you can get a jacked up body, man. I mean, everything else you have is joke. So anyway, he has his own view. Let's get back to the topic of this video. So that's wrong. We're not supposed to have this. So just I'm not criticizing, I'm not mocking this person, I'm just saying that's wrong, straightforward wrong, 101 wrong. Okay, now the next thing that he mentions in the video, and I'm gonna put up a small clip on that also, that he says when steroids or artificial steroids first came into picture into medical science, and the initial usage were on kids.
बट हमारे बॉडी बिल्डर्स को आपको पता ही है बहुत क्रिएटिव बहुत इनोवेटिव होते हैं बिकॉज जैसे टेस्टोस्टेरोन है टेस्टोस्टेरोन वाज एक्चुअली गिवन टू किड्स
And that was stunning, because I don't think so. I mean, not think so, forget I don't think so. Hell no. Steroids are not used on kids. I mean, and his explanation is people who are not growing, steroids are given to them for growth. Are you kidding me? I mean, if somebody is not genetically growing, like muscular or bone or height-wise, whichever type of growth you're referring to, you give that person steroids, and that also kids. Are you kidding me? So I think that that particular piece of statement is not just wrong, it's wrongly thought and portrayed, and can do much more harm to a greater population. If, let's say, for example, anybody watching the video thinks that, okay, oh, hold on, my kid is having all sorts of Complan, Horlicks, and whatnot out there and not growing, let's get some anabolic steroids. And you get some steroids and you feed it to your kid. Are you kidding me? I mean, this sort of publicity, this sort of videos that are made, no matter for what reason, for the sake of sharing, just for getting views, or just for doing whatever, that's making something unique, it's wrong. It's straight off wrong. So this video has two major things wrong. Half of the video, like half part, this fellow talks about all this steroids and Viagra and all that, and his experience with it, which also is one point I want to make. And then the rest of the thing is all known thing, that you should use citrulline and all that, so you can just skip that part, because that's something everybody knows, right? Anybody going to the gym for the first day also knows about it, I guess. So there were the two major issues about those videos, about this video. The other thing that I found quite interesting about his video, and if you watch the video, and I tell you, just go watch it for, if not for anything, just for fun, that he's saying that his experience was that he took the Viagra, he went to the gym, he was so pumped, so energetic, and he was doing all sorts of exercise. After 3-4 hours, he had nothing left because he used all those Superman energies somewhere else and all that. Cool, but what I do not understand, here's the thing, and just think about it seriously. If a pill or a drug or anything is created for doing erection, then there are two things that can happen if you take it, and in half an hour, according to him, half an hour it takes for it to kick in. Okay, so if you take that thing and you hit your gym, there are primarily two things that can happen. One, you're moving around in the whole gym in front of all those people with an erection all throughout your workout. That means when you're doing your push-ups, you're not able to do it properly because something is blocking you, coming in your way. And if you're just laying flat and doing some bench press, you look really awkward. So anyway, I mean, that's really awkward. That's one option. The other option is that you're having a lot of pump and stuff, but you're not having erection with Viagra, which according to this fellow is something that works when nothing else works. So both are pretty weird, like this doesn't work on you. Okay, so anyway, we'll keep it separately, but I think you got what I wanted to say. But yeah, that's the idea. And the third option, well, of course, if this fellow is super rich and he has his own personal gym and stuff like that, that's cool. I didn't consider that. So these three things can happen, and I personally think that whatever is told in the video is either really inexperienced things being told in a public forum, or just a deliberate attempt to make some funny video. Whichever it is, it didn't seem funny in the video at all. I would suggest you stay away from these stuffs. These are not to be fiddled with unless you already understood that. I think most of the people understood this, but still, if somebody is not understanding it, don't try it. A few things: don't try it and go to the gym. You're either going to be embarrassed or I don't know. And the biggest, I mean, jokes apart, it might give you a big amount of stroke or heart-related condition during workout. You're not supposed to do workout while having this sort of stimulants. Same applies to caffeine. You're not supposed to have 600, 500 mg of caffeine and start doing cardio. It's not good for you. Your heart already is pumping much faster than normal. And the other thing is that forget about giving steroids to your kids, folks. I mean, if anybody from this video saw that this fellow is that you're supposed to give steroids to your kids if your comp plan or Horlicks or the good old milk or eggs are not working, don't go for steroids. Nobody has done that. This is invented stuff from this guy, I guess, and that's why I thought I should warn you folks and make a educational video sort of thing, educational for me and anybody who doesn't know about it. Don't take it otherwise. I have nothing personal against this person. If you love this person, awesome. I also love to see someone doing a lot of fitness videos. No problem in that. Just thought that something wrong was going on with this video, so I thought I'd make one. So thank you. Have an awesome life, folks. New Year is coming. Enjoy tomorrow, which is 31st, the last day of the year. And watch your diet. Just don't eat too much because you're gonna have to work out for the next 1 month just to get rid of that one day's junk food, right? So watch your diet. Have an awesome life, and do subscribe to my channel. Like, share, subscribe, and do share your comments. Have an awesome day, folks. Ciao.